Alrighty, hello and welcome to us continuing our Castlevania marathon. We will be playing Castlevania Order of Ecclesia next. This is a 2008 DS game. It is actually the third game released on the DS in the Castlevania series. It has a little bit more of an anime kind of styling to it, but not quite in the same way that Dawn of Sorrow did. This game has like really interesting visuals. It's one of the prettier Castlevania games by sprite art, but we'll see here in this opening cutscene kind of what that looks like. That's the main character of this game. That is Shanoa. She is a priestess with the titular Order of Ecclesia. That's Albus. This game takes place after Symphony of the Night in the early 1800s. It is not disclosed exactly what year this game takes place in, so there's some debatability in when it takes place in the timeline, but we do know that it takes place after Symphony of the Night. And it features Shanoa, who is a magic user. So compared to many of the other Castlevania games and the Metroidvania games, Order of Ecclesia has a really interesting sort of stamina system that calls to mind like Souls games and things like that, because you actually have to manage your MP for every attack. Rabbit Badger says it's like high-end 80s anime instead of mass-produced 2000s anime like Dawn and Portrait. While I do agree that Dawn and Portrait look very bad, like early 2000s Digipaint stuff, I can't think of an 80s anime that looks like Order of Ecclesia. This is a little bit, it's got a unique look to it. Let's get started. So, name we enter will be used in Nintendo Wi-Fi. Thankfully, we won't be using Nintendo Wi-Fi. Let's go ahead and get started. Research Introduction.
Returning to life time and again since the ancient Middle Ages, the evil Lord Dracula has driven people to terror. Each time Dracula returned from the dead, the Belmont clan fought him in the shadows, wielding the Holy Whip. Through their efforts, humanity avoided the darkness, securing prosperity. But early in the 19th century, having lost their ability to resist the darkness, those in positions of power at the time began to search for new ways to counter Dracula. Our organization, Ecclesia, was born then as one of those countermeasures. Many organizations were established with the same goal, and day after day, they conducted their studies diligently. But each was dissolved when they failed to produce satisfactory results. But that was when Barlow, the leader of Ecclesia, finally made a surprising breakthrough that could stand up against Dracula.
Who's there? Figures. Serves me right for trying to scare you. Oh, hey, Gwen's raiding. Hey, Gwen. Hello, Blue. Hello, everyone who just joined. Albus. Apparently, I didn't hide my presence very well at all. Good to see you, Shanoa. What are you doing here? Well, this is our home, after all. Where else would I be? No, it's not that. Aren't you on a mission? Yes, but I wanted to make sure things were okay here. Any news worth sharing? Well, Barlow chose me as the bearer, actually. We're about to start the ritual so my body can be a vessel for Dominus. What did you say? Dominus? You? That's right. This is an outrage. Barlow lied to me. Lied? I'm supposed to be the bearer. He promised me that much. But the master said you... What? What did he tell you? That you're unfit to be the bearer. Huh. He would never say such a thing. But Albus... I'm sorry. It's time. I have to go. Wait, Shanoa, you don't understand. You're wrong. I'm as much a member of Ecclesia as you are. Our sole purpose is to destroy Dracula, so people can look to dawn without fearing the darkness. Am I wrong, Albus? That isn't. For that reason, I will become Dominus, the blade to banish all evil. Shanoa. So here we go. We begin with Order of Ecclesia. So Order of Ecclesia is a pretty cool game. As you can see, the art is pretty impressive in these later DS Castlevanias. They rival even Symphony in terms of overall sprite quality. Animations are really smooth. Shanoa's got a cool little dash. She can cartwheel backwards. Press up to talk to people. We don't have any abilities right now, so there's nothing for us to really do except move forward. How could he? Orders may be orders, Barlow, but I'm holding you to your promise. But something's going on there. Shanoa, as you know, only you can become the bearer of Dominus. Yes, sir. Even so, it will be nearly impossible for you to control its power. The purpose of this ritual is to make sure your body will adjust to Dominus. Yes, sir. But when it's over, That's right, Shanoa. You'll be able to wield our most powerful glyph, Dominus, which Ecclesia created as the ultimate weapon against Dracula. I'm proud of you, Shanoa. You will become our world's new savior. What's going on? Ah! You... who are... What's the meaning of this? Albus, you know how crucial the ritual is. You lied to me. Albus. I was to be the bearer. You promised me. We each have a role. If you had followed orders, you might understand that. Above all else, Shanoa is the only one with the capacity for Dominus. You know as well as I do. I intended to overcome my weakness. What happened to working together? Perhaps we still can. Together, we will overcome this setback as well. It's too late. Tell me, Albus, what do you intend to do with Dominus? You said it yourself. Each one of us has a role, and like a fine master, you've finally shown me what mine must be. Don't be stupid, Albus. What are you planning? I will be taking Dominus. Be rational. Without that glyph, our mission is a failure. Dracula's vessel. I have my own mission. Some really cool graphical flourishes there. It's kind of neat. You're my master no longer. Ooh. Controller came disconnected. Farewell, Barlow. Several weeks pass. The music in this game is by series mainstay Yamane Michiru, and it is very good. Your training regimen shall soon conclude. As you say, sir. We tap the power in all things great and small. to forge glyphs through Ecclesia's secret art. And so we gain the strength to save mankind. Absorb the glyph before you, if you would. You can absorb the glyph on the screen by pressing up. Absorbing it grants a glyph and 10 hearts. So this is where we get our main progression mechanic in Order of Ecclesia, which is glyph absorption. A rapier glyph. Just so. And now you see. Absorb a glyph and you shall know its kind. That is your gift. It's yours and yours alone. As you say, sir. That I must teach you from the start again. A pity that this had to happen now. But still, our time is waning. Moving on. As you say, sir. That glyph. Direct its power towards your arms. So this is where we get to our actual progression. So in this game, you do not equip weaponry. You equip glyphs. So armed, you can wield glyphs against your foes. Imagine I am one of them and strike. So glyph attacks consume NP. So as you see, if you look at the top there, we have our little stamina bar. So I can't, if I do this, I can't attack. I have to wait for that to refill. So this game is a 2D Souls-like. Kinda neat. No need to hesitate. Attack me with that glyph. Alternate X and Y for combos. Your memories may have fled, but you must not. Hear me, your warrior's instincts must endure. Now, melt the glyphs in both your arms. Prepare. Glyph Unions may yet catch your foes by surprise. So Glyph Unions are this game's version of item crashes. You can just press up in an attack and it will do a special version of the glyph. So skillful. Now you face the final test, the danger of true combat. Steel yourself. Then once prepared, step into the next room. As you say, sir. This means we don't have that fast of a combat or an out-of-combat movement option in this game. From Neverworlds, I call your enemy. Use everything you've learned to stand your ground, and be your greatest warrior once again. So ends your basic training. Now advance. Shanoa, I expected nothing less. Thank you, sir. And now your mission must begin at once. Recover the supreme glyph, Dominus. My pupil has it. Albus is his name. Albus. Does that name stir your memory by chance? No, sir. Your feelings, then. You knew of him before. I know nothing of him now, sir. Know this. It's he who robbed your memories blind. He cost you that, and cost mankind its wish, its only hope, and you must take that back. The ritual. That man I saw. That man was Albus. This is all his doing. But why? He coveted your power and your fate, but Dominus was yours alone to bear. Had I explained, perhaps you'd still be whole. But no time now for wishes or regrets. With Dominus, we too can save the world from nothing less than Dracula himself. Retrieve it, and we burn him back to dust. There's nothing else that's ever mattered more. It shall be done, sir. You truly are a blessing on us all. And we have one advantage. Dominus cannot be used by an ordinary man, not even Albus. It requires you. No flesh but yours can ever host a glyph. You see now why I chose you for this task. I do, sir. But Albus has a keen and cunning mind. With time, he may yet find another way. So find him first, before his trail grows cold. I shall, sir. Shanoa, bring him back unharmed. Unless he proves too stubborn. Understood. Yes. Our hopes go with you. All the world's and mine. Alrighty, so now we have our first official mission. Data has been saved. Yay. Alright. Music kind of goes hard from the start. So this game's progression is a little bit closer to a Simon's Quest, maybe is the best comparison point, than directly to Symphony of the Night. It has a lot of individual level hubs, right? And then within those level hubs is where you get each, like, for lack of a better word, like Metroidvania map. The thing is that the game itself is not particularly, compared to the other Metroidvanias, it's not that non-linear. The levels are pretty small, and they all hinge, sort of like Zelda dungeons, honestly, around you getting very specific items, and then kind of completing the dungeon with those. So it's kind of an interesting system. All right, monastery. Oh, this is a teleport room. Interesting. Okay. Magical tickets. I can't remember if there's a save room right over here. Let's go check. Alright, we got some level ups. So level ups are going to be pretty much our main way of dealing greater damage in this game, just because glyph progression is actually pretty slow. Sandals. Sandals Bueller. Alright, let's see. Oh. Oh no. So obviously our combat prowess is not going to be particularly stressed at the moment. And here we have our first R glyph, which is a special glyph. These are our, for lack of a better word, Metroidvania ability glyphs. So one kind of downside to this game compared to other the other DS Metroidvanias is just it comes from a time period where Konami was really struggling to figure out what to even do with Castlevania. And so it's really heavily tutorialized in an attempt to get people to play and understand the games. But I don't really think anyone was struggling with this in Metroidvania games. Like, so some of the tutorials get a little heavy-handed. I do think that there is a way to damage boost yourself up there, but... Meow. Oh, hey, we got another sword glyph. Sakare. It's alright. And that's something we'll have to deal with later. Do I have the ability? I don't think I do. I don't. Okay. Save the game again. Shoot ourselves up. Sprite art in this game is amazing. Coulter, a knife glyph. Knife glyph. Book of Spirits displays enemy names as you attack. Good. I love that. I didn't know that was there. Good for me. This would be actually a good place to grind. A heart max up, that's pretty nice. I remember when this game first came out, I was, let's see, it was 2008. I think I was in 8th or 9th grade. Was I 8th or 9th? Something like that. Probably 9th grade. And I remember sitting in class in school and just remembering that I originally had read maybe the Sean Baby review of this game, which said it was Castlevania for adults because it was hard. Which I remember just thinking was very interesting. It was like the first hard Castlevania game since Symphony of the Night, and I was like, is Symphony of the Night really that hard? I don't think so. The game's kind of notorious for being easy. Meat. What's the scoop, and is she a Belmont? She is not a Belmont. She is a member of a cult called the Order of Ecclesia, and they are a different group that likes to fight Dracula. But we're still very close to the beginning of the game, so. Cotton thread, okay. We'll take that. We take those. her goal is not to slap swords. Ren asked, so is her goal just to slap swords until she finds Dracula? She is searching for someone who stole a powerful weapon that was meant to be used against Dracula called the Dominus Glyph. Technically, she does not actually have a sword. She is conjuring magic in front of her, and that is how all of her attacks work. There is a way to do this. There we go. MP max up. That's pretty huge in this game, obviously, because it increases our stamina. Warp room, so we can go back to the start. All right, let's get going. Oh, oops. Oh god, nope, this is it. I might be dead, yep. Bummer. Try that again. So yeah, this game has some pretty brutal design. You can get murdered pretty quickly. There we go. I probably only had like 1 or 2 hits before I, let's go down and save before we go back up. I think there's an item in one of the rooms that I missed. Oh. I didn't know I could slide. Maybe that's how we get the chest. I know there is at least one breakable thing here somewhere. Just because I've played the beginning of this game 45 times. I just don't remember where it is. Let's go see if we can grab it. Alright, we started doing 2 damage for the ghost ladies, which is good. Is this the room with the cat in it? I don't remember. The room with the cat in it we can slide under, I think. I forgot I had the ability to do that. I thought I had to actually get an ability to do that, but I guess not. Oh, there's a platform over here I gotta jump on. Duh. There we go. Enemies in this game are very persistent. Oh, I went the wrong way. That's fine. Is it this way? I guess it is. Look at that. All right. Was it over here? No, it was not. Shoot, where was it? I was looking for the cat. It must be up, right? Up and to the left. No, because that's where we got the knife. Right? Let's see. I guess grinding doesn't really hurt us. This way? No, that's just a save room. We'll save though. Just to have it, right? Safety save. And that was that's a room that doesn't really matter for us, so. Let's check. Yes, it is here. Okay, that's what I thought. There we go. Hey, we got an HP max up. That's pretty cool. All right, I think that was the thing I thought I was missing. There we go. So we'll need to come back here once we get the ability to double jump. Now we can progress. Alright, that wasn't too big of a detour. I thought 16 was enough to kill. Those are banshees. Gotcha. Hey, red drops. Okay, that was the other thing that I thought I had missed. I knew it was around here, I just couldn't remember where. All right, look at that. Sure, we'll go this way. So opening the map, if I pause the game to do it, the game is paused, but if I just do that, I'm just toggling to the second screen. So it's not, it doesn't actually pause the game. So I gotta be careful about that. I guess this was a DS game. But in order to capture the DS game footage, what glyph did I just pick up? Alrighty. Now now we can zoom ourselves up. Actually, let's save again so that I don't need to go find all that stuff. Alrighty. Shanoa, still slaving away for the old man, are we?
You, I've seen you before. Your name is Albus, is it not?
Well, yes.
By order of my master, I'm to retrieve the Dominus glyph and return you home.
Home, you say? I have none. The old man saw to that.
It was not a request.
Intriguing. I recall you being a great deal more graceful than that. And you've forgotten your skill with glyphs as well.
I have forgotten thanks to you.
Is that so? Well, I'm never going back. Remember to tell the old man for me.
You must, by order of Master Barlow.
Never say that name again.
Concentrate, Shanoa.
Well, I'd best be off. Take care, Shanoa. You dropped your conveniently marked map.
Huh. He marked a village on this map.
Alrighty, look at that. Well, it looks like we know where we're going next, huh? So that was it for this first dungeon. And that's just kind of how this game progresses. Now there are bigger levels than this, but they're all pretty much structured in a way that is much more focused than a lot of the other Metroidvania titles. Look at I just love the multi-layered foreground background here. I think it looks so good. All right. And now we have unlocked this area, Weigal Village.